A lot of the plays are inspired by Danny. I think I've used the character of Danny in maybe at least 4 plays, and he is completely different in all of them because there are many facets to his personality. He definitely is Felix. I mean, he is very prissy about his house, and I don't mean prissy in a feminine way, but in a, he's so clean about everything, wants to keep his house clean, does his own cooking for the most part. He's also the playboy in Come Blow Your Horn, which is the direct antithesis of what Felix is like. Well, then I've used them in Brighton Beach Memoirs, and I used them again in Broadway Bound. Danny always had a problem with being short. I'm about 3 or 4 inches taller than Danny, and so when he came to New York to see the play of Broadway Bound, we cast Jason Alexander as Danny, only because Jason was just such a wonderful actor. And Danny was perturbed when he saw it. He says, "Is that how short you think I am?" I said, "Danny, if a tall actor came along and was as good as Jason, we would have hired him. The audience didn't know what you looked like." And so then when he went back to see the play and he got over that, he said, "Oh, okay, now it's a terrific play." Talking about Danny, Danny's always been obviously a wonderful mentor for me over the years. And when we broke away from each other writing together, because I knew that I couldn't breathe the air I wanted to breathe and become a playwright with a brother. You can't both have the same take on something in life. But after we were able to get back together again, and I was starting to show him my plays, he's the only one I know who would read it 4 times before he would call me and say, "Okay, now I know how I feel about the play." And he would say, "I love it, it's terrific." And then he's a real nitpicker. He'd say, "On page 54, there's a line." And I say, "Danny, don't worry about that line. That line's going to go. They're all up for grabs. Tell me what you think of the whole thing." And then he would invariably point to the weak spot. He would say, "I just don't get it when he does this and this. Why does he do that?" And I said, "I don't know, but let me think about it." And I'd change it, and he'd be right. So that's why I'm patient enough to let him go through the 4 readings of it before he comes to a decision. But I just recently gave him a screenplay that I finished, and he got right to it. He said, "It's wonderful. I really love it." And he told me why he loved it. And there's a few times that he said, "I don't know about this one." If he really loves it, he says, "Can I invest?" If he doesn't say, "Can I invest?" I know maybe he thinks something's wrong with the play.